I genuinely think the best part of this entire trip happened before most people even woke up. Because today I was going to watch the sunrise over the Ganga Aarti. And honestly, this day turned out to be a complete roller coaster. From one of the most peaceful mornings of my life to stressing over a waitlisted ticket to almost missing my own train. I woke up at 4 a.m., showered, and somehow managed to come to the boat before sunrise. And when I had stepped outside, I was like, अभी तो अंधेरा है, थोड़ा उजाला होगा तब जाऊंगी. Then the other half of my brain went, wait a minute, उजाला तो सन से ही होता है. अगर सन already निकल गया, तो फिर sunrise कैसे देखूंगी? So I stopped thinking and just started walking. And also before coming here, my thought was, इतनी सुबह कौन ही उठता होगा यार? Apparently quite a lot of people. I booked a sharing boat and within a few minutes, we slowly started moving into the river. I don't think my camera can actually show how beautiful it looked. The entire river slowly turned golden. Everything became so peaceful. No traffic, no phone calls, no notifications, just water, boats, and sunrise. While sitting there, I suddenly remembered something. When I was in class 10, one of my friends had gone to Banaras during summer vacations. When she came back, she couldn't stop talking about the boat ride. I still remember sitting there listening to her stories. Back then, I never imagined that one day, 12 years later, I would come here alone on a trip I booked one day before and experience that same boat ride by myself. Life is kind of weird like that. She had also told me something that she saw dead bodies floating in the river. So naturally, I kept looking around. At one point, I saw someone right in the middle of the river. For 1 second, I was like, wait. But then he moved. Turns out he was very much alive. Maybe my friend had also seen someone swimming and created an entirely different story in her head. The boatman kept showing us different ghats, and then I realized something. I had imagined taking those aesthetic boat pictures here, but I was sitting in a sharing boat. I couldn't take picture on the edge of the boat. But then I decided to be cringe, क्योंकि क्या ये मेरा ये सपना सपना ही रह जाएगा? फिर I just asked one guy to take my pictures, and then everyone in the boat was looking right at me, क्योंकि I was at the center of it. Finally, I did get my pictures. There was also a complete 5 to 6 Bakchod boys group where whenever the boat stopped, they would start chanting together, "Bhaiya bhuku bhuku, bhaiya jaldi chalo, bhuku bhuku aayi hai." And after hearing bhuku bhuku so many times, I even myself started to feel so hungry. I was literally starving and just couldn't wait for the ride to end and go back and eat. I also realized it was a good thing that I came early morning because as the sun was rising, the heat was becoming unbearable and I had started to sweat. Anyways, I started to look for cafes, but it was 7 a.m. and everything was closed. After searching for quite a while, I finally found one cafe that opened early. It was called Om Cafe. Google Maps started showing direction and took me into tiny empty narrow lanes and I was literally thinking, एक दिन कैफे के चक्कर में ऊपर चली जाऊंगी और कैफे रह जाएगा. Even the staircase looked suspicious. For a second, I genuinely thought I had entered someone's house. But then I reached upstairs and there it was, a tiny little family-run cafe. The owners were incredibly sweet. I ordered idli sambar, orange juice, and a sundae. And they gave me complimentary cake. I think I have realized something. Idli has become my comfort food. No matter which city I visit, I somehow end up ordering idli. But there was one issue with this one. The sambar had palak in it and I hate palak. And the whole time I was eating, I kept thinking, अगर मम्मी को पता चल गया कि पैसे दे के साग खा रही हूँ, तो घर जाके बहुत ताने पड़ेंगे. After breakfast, I headed to BHU. First of all, this campus is huge. Inside it, there's a famous temple, and honestly, that temple amazed me. Not because of how grand it looked, but because of how cool it was inside. Outside, it was so hot. Inside, I didn't even feel the need for a fan. There were very few people, so I sat there quietly for some time. Sometimes, when you are traveling, doing absolutely nothing is the nicest part. Now, remember how I booked this trip just one day before? Because of that, I hadn't booked my return ticket either. Usually, I'm the kind of person who books everything in advance. But this trip, I hadn't even packed my bag until 30 minutes before leaving home. I thought I would book Tatkal. It showed unavailable. So I booked a waiting list ticket and honestly मेरी फट रही थी because if it didn't confirm मेरी तो लंका लग जाती. I hadn't slept properly for days. I was exhausted. So I came back to the hotel, had some snacks, and slept. When I woke up, my eyelids literally felt like they were made of steel. I was that sleepy. But I still wanted to see the evening Ganga Aarti, so I ordered chow mein and Manchurian. Both were insanely spicy. To balance it out, I also ordered a butterscotch shake. I ate it while watching a movie on the TV and I absolutely enjoyed it. After that, I got ready and decided to leave for Ganga Aarti. By evening, the city looked completely different. The traffic was crazy. There wasn't even space to properly walk. And that's when I realized booking a hotel near Assighat was probably one of my best decisions. Because knowing me, if I had stayed far away, I would have definitely missed both sunrise as well as the Aarti. Before coming here, I had asked ChatGPT which ghat should I watch the Aarti from. It confidently told me Dashwamekh Ghat because Assi Ghat is smaller. Then I reached Assi Ghat and looked at the crowd and thought, भाई इसको किस एंगल से small बोल रहा था वो? Luckily, I found a really good place to sit. The best part, I could actually see the Aarti happening at two ghats at the same time. It looked beautiful. In Rishikesh, I had seen the Ganga Aarti before. Personally, I found Rishikesh Aarti a little more peaceful. Here it felt grander, different vibe, different experience, and I'm happy I got to experience both. As the priests walked in together, the entire atmosphere changed. The sound of the bells, the conch shells, the chanting, thousands of people sitting quietly, it all felt so grand. Every movement was perfectly synchronized. First came in the incense, then the large lamps, and then the multi tiered diyas lighting up the entire ghat. It honestly looked beautiful against the dark sky. In Rishikesh, there were four of them, four steps of different kind of diyas. Here, there were six of them. Towards the end, they also used more punk, and I have no idea why they did it. So if you know, please do let me know in the comment. Just look at the aarti, bro. It looks so amazing and mesmerizing. Look. After the aarti, I collected the prasad and the priest applied chandan. And it kind of looked so cool. And I decided to head back because I still had work to do. Initially, I wanted to do another boat ride at night because all those boats with lights looked so pretty, but by the time Aarti ended, there simply wasn't enough time. After work, I called the hotel restaurant for dinner. Their reply, kitchen band ho chuka hai, it was already 11 p.m. So dinner became the leftover chow mein from earlier. Then I did some journaling before sleeping. And ये देखो मेरी मम्मी ने मेरे लिए क्रोशे वाला फूल बनाया है देखो 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 it looks so pretty I brought it with me to this trip. The next morning, I checked out and left for the railway station. On the way, the auto driver suddenly said, "Aa gaya." Google Maps still showed 4.5 kilometers left. And I was like, "Bhaiya, ye to mandir hai." And then he said, "Yahi hai, yahi railway station hai." I reached the platform and another Vande Bharat was already standing there. I kept wondering, मेरी train का time हो गया, ये जा क्यों नहीं रहा है? Then almost 2 minutes before departure, I looked at the train number and realized ये मेरी ही train है. Good thing it hadn't left, वरना असली में लंका लग जाती. This time I had booked executive chair because this one had the least waiting list and legroom was ridiculous. मेरी पैर छोटे पड़ गए थे. And just like that, I was finally back home. Tell me in the comment if you have taken an impromptu trip and like and subscribe for more.